Life doesn't have to be beautiful to be perfect. I am, always, will be enough.
It's not your dreams that are broken, it's your discipline. Welcome, I'm Mira Young, and on this channel, we talk about everything from faith, finances, and follow through. And in this segment, we are going to be talking about faith, focus, and finances. If you watch previous episodes, we talked about follow through, but we talked about it in a way of the blockage and the root of why you're not able to follow through with what you said you're going to do. And the reason why that happens most of the time is because it is a silent killer that's in our soul, that's in our spirit, that's stopping us. For me, that was anger. That was bitterness. That was the spirit of offense. So for you, it may be something totally different, or maybe something that's underlying that it's time for you to deal with so that you can truly have the follow through to be consistent in your life and get the results you want. So what does that look like? So I want to start by telling you something you probably don't want to hear. You need to hear it though. You need to hear that you have an amazing vision. It's not your vision that's broken. It's your follow through. You don't need another goal. You don't need more grit. You don't need another budget planner or even more boundaries. What you need is to adding on, I need this. This is the key. This is the hack. And you need to get started with what you said you're going to do. Let's talk about why you keep falling off, why your goals are still in your notes and not in your bank account. Because most of the time we have a tendency of saying that we're going to do something and putting it off, or saying if we just had enough, that if we just had ideology, if I just had this, if I just had that, and not getting started with what we have. So this week, we are going to be changing that. And I'm going to show you guys exactly how. It starts with the root of inconsistency. We all want results, but on the other side of results is repetition. And we as people, we don't fail because of a lack of motivation. We honestly fail because we've never even built the systems to carry our vision. So when we look at ourselves in the mirror, we say, I know I can do this. I might be, I'm a great writer. I'm a great speaker. I'm a great engineer, whatever you may be. But do you have the system to carry that vision? Do you have the system to do what it takes to get to that next level? Because what I find a lot of the times is, I talked about this in my last video, the comparison spirit, comparing yourself to someone that has a system and you don't have a system and you expecting to be where they are. It's not going to happen. It is not going to happen. So we must evaluate, do we have what it takes to get to the next level with the systems that we have built? Now, when we talk about systems, it doesn't have to be this elaborate, platform. It can be something as simple as, I have a system for knowing who my clients are and the life cycle of how I'm going to get my clients from hello to closing a deal. Or it can be simple as, I want to spread the word to God and having a schedule on where am I going to go? When am I going to go there? Praying to God and being led, having that divine time. And that can be a system that can help you to carry your vision. So let me ask you this. How many times have you said, I need to get focused? And then you go back scrolling on your phone, or spending and just stalling time. I want you to think about how many times have you done that? And for every time that you've done that, or even every time I've done that, if I had a quarter, I would be a millionaire. Because it's been so many times where I would be like, I need to get focused. And then I just it's like Tweety Bird. So what I realized is, you can't fix what you can't face. Where are you breaking your own agreements? What are your patterns? So what agreements are you breaking where you say, I'm going to do this after work? And then after work comes and you're tired and you don't break through that barrier of tiredness, you just say, oh, I'm tired. I'll get it done tomorrow. Well, let me tell you something. You're probably going to be tired tomorrow. You're probably going to be tired tomorrow as well. And if you are, you're probably not going to do it tomorrow either, because you didn't never break through that barrier of, okay, I'm going to stick firm with my commitment that I made to myself. So now you find yourself in these patterns of, I'll get it done at another time. But once it comes to an agreement with a friend or a family member or somebody else and dedicating your time to them, you make yourself available. So I want you to ask yourself, where are you breaking your own agreements? And what patterns do you see in your life? Like where it's like you have these great spurts and then it's just like drawn backwards, like, what's going on? How did I get here? Like, I was doing good. And, you're doing good and you get a phone call from somebody and their life is terrible and you help them and now you're in a rabbit hole with them. And now you can't find yourself coming out of this rabbit hole because you're helping this person and you're helping that person and your time is getting taken. And you look up and it's like your finances is drained, your energy is drained, your spiritual life and the community that you were building is null and void because you are giving time to things that no longer serve you, or you're giving time to patterns that no longer serve you. So I want you to just ask yourself that. And another thing that a lot of women do that I realize is you tend to overspend when you're stressed. If you tend to have this like overspending spirit, like I'm just going to spend, I'm just going to, I'm stressed out. Let me go shopping. Let me get something. And what I noticed for me is it doesn't even have to be, I'm going to go shopping. It could be like, I'm going to go and spend money at Goodwill, at food places, or just little 20, 10, 40, 50. And you do that over and over and over again. And then you see your money is dwindling away. And you're saying to yourself, well, I'm going to say yes to these things and then I'm a budget later. Or I'm going to say yes to these things, but I'm going to get more money and I'm going to get to it later. So this is where we start strong on Monday and we're like, okay, I got this. And then we really just ghost our plans by Wednesday. By Wednesday, we on to the next. By Wednesday, the world has beat you down. You looking like, I am just ready for this week to be over. I'm ready to go out and have a good time, spend my money. Like and you forget about all the focus, all the discipline that you needed. And that's not everyone, because I will say that what I've started to do and what you should start to do is lunch. You must bring your lunch Monday through Friday. No eating out. Monday through Friday, no eating out. And then on Saturday, you can have that lunch, like all the money that you would have spent on lunch, you now spend that on Saturday. So it can be, I'm going to spend it on food, or maybe I'll invest in something, or maybe I'll buy something, whatever it is. I want you to just even try that, because that'll really laser focus your goals for yourself. Because the time that we spend to go and get food, spend the money on food, actually eat the food, even thinking about food becomes an addiction. It becomes something that we're not self-aware of, but it also dwindles our bank. I just got off on a tangent. Let me get back to the purpose at hand. Okay. So basically if you watch any of my videos, we always have a reflective question I would love for you guys to write down. And this question is going to be, when I get uncomfortable, I tend to do what? Then ask yourself, how is this costing me and my finances and focus? So when you get uncomfortable, do you tend to, clean? Do you tend to overwork? Do you tend to overspeak? Do you tend to overspend? Do you tend to overscroll or just be idle and procrastinate? When you're uncomfortable, what do you tend to do? Then ask yourself, what is it costing you in your finance? And what is it costing you in your focus? Then I want you to set one non-negotiable financial goal. So for right now, we're going to forget about the 90-day plan just for a second. I just want you to win this week. Set one money move you will follow through on. So if that is, like I spoke about before, that you will not eat out this week and you will put that money towards something you want to do on Saturday, or even put it towards a savings. Like, you can put that $25 towards a savings account, buying a stock, whatever it may be. I want you to make a goal for just 1 week. It doesn't have to be 90 days, because I think we get ahead of ourselves sometimes. We're thinking about the huge picture when we just need to be right here and thinking about right now, today, and then the next 7 days. What is going on in the next 7 days? So I'm not even asking for 7 days. I'm just asking for Monday through Friday, no eating out. And that's one thing. If you don't have a problem with eating out, that's great. I want you to take Monday through Friday and really make one financial goal for yourself. That can be I want to make sure I make an additional $25 this week, or I want to make sure I make additional $2,500 this week, wherever you are in your, financial goals. I want you to challenge yourself to do something that you have not done on a weekly basis. And then I want you to review your transactions. Review your transactions every night from Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Or like if you go to sleep at 7, before 7. I want you to review your transactions every single night. It's a small step, but it's serious, because when you review your transactions, now you get to start to see, what am I spending my money on? What is my money going towards? What is my time going towards? What is my focus going towards? Now you start to see that follow through starts with one promise that you make to yourself at a time, one transaction, one choice that you decided to make. In Luke 16:10, it says, "He who is faithful of little will be faithful in much." So we start with little, but we stay faithful.